Welcome to this week's episode of Serving the Community podcast. Each week, your host Trisha Stetzel is highlighting people and organizations in our communities that are serving through volunteer work and giving back to make our community, country, and even the world a kinder place to live. Good morning and welcome to Serving the Community podcast. My name is Trisha Stetzel, owner of Results Extreme Business Solutions and founder of this podcast. I am so excited about having these guests on my show today. I met them through the Veterans Chamber of Commerce. I've got Melanie Dubendorff, founder of Mad for Vets, and our Director of Development, Mad for Vets, Trenton Davis. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have both of you on. Before when I was talking to Trenton, he was like, "Can I bring Melanie?" I'm like, "Yes, of course you can." So excited to have you on the show. So Melanie, if you would just spend a minute talking about being the founder and why you founded this particular organization, Mad for Vets.
Yeah, so I've actually spent many years volunteering in the veteran nonprofit organization world. Several different organizations, some really, really great ones, some that were struggling. And it always really brought joy to my heart to do so. But then I also got to see, being so mixed in for so long, the good, the bad, and the missing, right? So that's what we decided to do, was fill that void, I guess.
I like that. There are so many gaps. And when Trenton and I talked before, we talked about how many gaps there are out there in so many organizations that they don't have direction, or they just don't know where to take that. So Trenton, as the Director of Development, responsible for getting the word out there, right? And growing this organization. So tell me more about Mad for Vets and what you guys are doing in the community.
Yeah, so our mission, or our main mission is, Melanie and I have both worked for different nonprofits. She's been in it for a while. And what we've noticed is the smaller nonprofits always have great missions. They always have just a laser focus on what they want to do for the vets, how they want to do it. The problems they run into are they don't have the manpower or the time to raise funds. So Melanie came up with the idea, well, then we will start Mad for Vets, and that's what we will do. We will raise funds with large events and sponsor different smaller nonprofits to keep them afloat, to keep them, because they start pulling money out of their pocket. They start doing everything they can to keep it going. And it's not fair to them that they don't have time to support their mission by fundraising, but they're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. You either do that or it dies. It's going to die either way. So we step in to try to hold it and keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. So Melanie, I understand that this organization is actually founded by Mad Properties Group. So will you spend just a second talking about that?
That would be my real estate team. So Mad Properties Group is that's a real estate team based in Houston. We cover Galveston to Waco, including and Austin. So Mad, they're actually my initials, MAD. Those are my initials. So everybody always asks that part. So I just got to put that on everything. And it just so happened that everyone on my team, we all kind of have the same heart. So it's definitely not a requirement, but yet everybody on the team volunteers with the organization. So we just got to transfer that over to Mad for Vets.
Yeah, absolutely. So Melanie, what is your relation to veterans?
When it began, nothing, honestly. I don't come from a long line of veterans or anything like that. I do get asked this question kind of often, and the answer is just my dad instilled in me a love for country from a young age. He raised me by himself, and that was really, really important. I know for a fact I don't get to do all the things that I get to do in this world without them having done what they do. So I feel like giving back is the best I can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
What she didn't mention is she's a Blue Star mom. Her son's in the Army.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you for being the mom of someone who's in the service. That is a big job too. So thank you. All right. So Trenton, tell your background about being related to or having to do with being a veteran.
So I am a Marine Corps veteran. I served 6 years at Desert Storm. My son is now currently an active duty Marine. He is at Marine Corps Air Station Beaufort, South Carolina, and he just re-upped for 4 more years. So he's going to be in a total of 9. So my family has numerous Navy, Army. It's a family thing for us. More people serve than not served in my family.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, thank you to you for your service as well as your family's service, Trenton. Let's dive into Mad About Vets and how it is that you guys are doing what you do, right? We understand at a high level that you're helping provide to some of these smaller organizations. So how does that work?
So the providing level, the support to smaller organizations, we have a compliance director, and we have the organizations are going to be vetted, but because we don't want to just have anyone roll up to us. We want to make sure they're mission focused, they're financially savvy, where they're, when we do make donations, they're going to the right place, and how long they've been doing it, how many people they serve. So that's our compliance person that kind of handles that. We have this event, the run, which will be September 17th. We have the gala. And then in April, we're having the military market. And those are all ways to just raise funds to promote the smaller nonprofits. We have a handful right now that we've kind of mostly vetted, that we're trying to get through the process with some other ones. But we have everything from, we have HER, which is in San Antonio. And what they do is they're a group of women veterans that all they do is help other women veterans get their benefits. So they're a VSO. We have Set Apart Farms, which is down in League City. He's a retired Marine, and he has it's called Set Apart Farms. He has a bunch of cottages on this farm that he bought. And what he decided to do with those is he uses the cottages when people come in from out of town to go to the VA. He takes them back and forth, gives them a place to stay, and kind of supports their stay at the VA, because the VA here is one of the top in Texas. So a lot of people come to this area, but then they have no place to stay. So that's another one. Then we have, a hippotherapy group that veterans can go and work with. They're actually adopted Mustangs from the New Mexico and Utah area that Aaron has trained up to where the veterans can have hands-on with the horse and their kids as well. So that's just to name a few of the people that we support.
Wow, that is amazing. And how wonderful it is that you're out there helping some of these nonprofits who just need a little extra, right? A little extra push, because they do have amazing missions. Well, let's talk about how people can get involved. So one, will you down the road be looking for other organizations to help?
We always have our eyes and ears open for that. And hopefully the fundraising we are doing will allow us to support more and more. And that's the whole idea behind it. That's our focus, is obviously to raise money, but our also focus is to find as many of these nonprofits that we can help out of jams as we can. So it's going to be going both ways, because one weighs on the other, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
and I'll make sure to put all of the information, how people can connect with you, in the show notes, so they can just point and click and get involved. So you're looking for organizations that may need help, but how can the listeners help you raise the funds or find these resources for the organizations you want to help?
Well, they can start by attending our events, right?
Okay.
On event.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want to do a 5K? Okay, that's not fair. Lots of people don't want to do a 5K. Okay, but it's a fun run and walk, right? People are bringing their strollers, they're bringing their kids, that kind of thing. It's easy, it's fun. There's beer at the end. I mean, right? Yeah, so super fun. We're having a black tie gala. we're going to be doing the military market where you can come out, and that one will just be for veteran-owned businesses to be able to sell their stuff. There's not even a charge for any of the veteran-owned businesses for that. So where it's literally just awareness for these veteran-owned businesses. So you get the listeners can come out and they can purchase those things. Just get involved.
That's wonderful. All right. So the fun run on September 17th. Tell me more about it so we can get people out there.
It's at No Label Brewery in Katy. It starts at 8 a.m. and it starts and comes back to No Label. And there'll be like beer tickets for the runners, and there's going to be music. There's going to be, all the recruiting stations within the Katy area, the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, and maybe the Air Force are going to have tables out there. They're going to have some of their kids that are about to go in out there to help us. They're helping us volunteer for this thing. So it's going to be a fun event. Hopefully we get good weather and not too hot, but it's early enough to where we can get it done before it gets awful. And then we're going to have an ambulance on duty just as a backup, even though it's only 3 miles, you just never know.
Yeah, fantastic. And it's open to the public.
It is open to the public. You could go on to madforvets.org and there's a sign up link for it.
Okay. All right, fantastic. And what's the charge?
It is
$35.
$35.
Who can't do that, right?
Come on.
I know, exactly. All right, so September 17th, fun run or walk, and there's beer at the end, and it is very reasonable, and the money is going to a great cause. All right, then your next event is at the Black Tie event, the gala?
It is. That is on
right.
November 5th. It's on November 5th. It's called the Masquerade Ball because it is yep. I know. We told you, mad on everything. Masquerades. So yeah, bring your mask, get your fancy dress and your tuxedos out. There's going to be a live auction, a silent auction, fun games, dancing, drinking, open bar, you name it. It's going to be done at the ballroom at Bayou Place that evening. It's on a Saturday, November 5th, and tickets are available. You can rent. You can purchase a table. You can be a sponsor, or you can just buy an individual ticket.
Or just donate.
Okay. All right. And are you guys having a silent auction or anything like that where people can donate items or?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Okay. We are all absolutely looking for auction items. If that's something that people are interested in, live auction items, silent auction items, small, large, everything.
Okay. Fantastic. Assuming we can point them back to madforvets, .org, and they can get the sign up from there as well. Okay, fantastic. So for those of you listening, you don't even have to type it in. I'll put it in the show notes, just point and click. You can go straight to the link. And this is all for a great cause. Do you guys also take monetary donations or volunteering outside of the events that you're having?
Monetary donations, absolutely. Volunteering outside of the events, not really, but I will say that we actually have, I guess we call it a community group. The different branches, our Marines are really taking off. So we have a Marine Corps Veteran Division group wherein a bunch of Marines get together monthly. They do their own separate things. So you want to speak a little bit on that?
Yeah, so it's just a veterans organization that we decided to create under the umbrella of Mad for Vets. And so we are the Marine Corps Veteran Division, and we have about 30 people that are involved. And what we're trying to do is develop it, because all in all, the Marine Corps is the only one with its own veteran group. It's called the Marine Corps League. A lot of us who had been through the Marine Corps League wanted something a little bit more relaxing and different. It's kind of a little too old school for us. So we've moved on to do this, but in the process, we've decided to try to branch out, because the Army doesn't have a group like that. The Navy doesn't have a group like that, and neither does the Air Force. So we're establishing the Marine Corps Veterans Division. Once we get our feet solid on the ground, we're going to start recruiting Army guys, Navy guys, and Air Force guys to have their own little groups to be under the same umbrella. which we do our own things, but then once a quarter, we all get together as the American military in general.
I love it. That's fantastic. And did y'all hear that? The Marine Corps is ahead. So for those of you who are not Marines, y'all need to get involved because we need to get out there and compete, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
And let the Marines take you.
Right. Exactly. Oh, fantastic. All right. Anything, Melanie or Trenton, that we missed today that we need to get out in front of the listeners about Mad for Vets?
Just we want people involved. If they want to be involved with one of our events and they see it coming up and they don't have money, they just want to volunteer, reach out to us anyway. They want to just donate. They want to sponsor. They want sponsorships. We're open to all discussions because all we're trying to do is raise the funds to support these groups.
The main thing that I had in the back of my mind, in addition to the mission, was being all inclusive. There are a lot of cliques in the veteran nonprofit organizational world, and I don't understand it, so I didn't want to have that. So to all the listeners, whatever branch you are, even the Space Force, okay, all of you, anybody can be involved, even if you're not a veteran yourself, if you're a mom, if you're a dad, if you're whatever it is, if you just want to be a patriot, a supporter, doesn't matter to us. We want you involved. We want you here. You have a place.
That's fantastic. All inclusive. I think that's great. And I love that you created an organization where it is that way, right? Maybe a little bit of competition with the Marine Corps with their little group that they have, right? Under the Mad for Vets umbrella. I'm just saying, I'm a Navy girl, so.
Well,
right.
I will say this about even our Marine Corps Veteran Division group. If you want to be a passionate patriot and be involved with it,
you don't have to be a Marine.
You don't have to be a Marine. You can be involved.
Yep.
You can be involved with it in whatever way you want to be involved. If you wanted to be a full member, if you want to just support us, whatever, it's open for everyone.
That's fantastic. I appreciate you guys being on the show today. What an amazing organization. madforvets.org. I'll put all of the information that we talked about today in the show notes. September 17th, which is upcoming Saturday, is the fun run. And then November 5th is the gala. So you guys go out and find the links for that, sign up, get involved, get involved with Mad for Vets, either monetarily through a donation, volunteering, or even being a part of the organization. Melanie Dubendorff and Trenton Davis, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank
you for having us.
And that concludes this week's podcast, Serving the Community.